Hello friends, I would like to talk with you today about the new dynamics of relation between the collective West and Russia. After the meeting of Joe Biden and Vladimir Putin in Geneva on June 16th, the leaders of European Union, Angela Merkel and Emmanuel Macron, also raised the issue of organizing a summit between the European Union and the Russian Federation, a meeting of leaders of state. And although this initiative did not find the support of all European Union countries, Holland, Baltic countries and Poland was opposite it, Germany and France made it clear that they were ready to organize an alternative format of negotiations. The very discussion of this meeting with Putin demonstrates a change in the approach of the United States and European Union towards the Russian Federation, the pragmatization and rationalization of international relations, the search for a rational model of interaction instead of open confrontation. The meeting between Putin and Biden took place in the same spirit. The very holding of the United States-Russian summit was an attempt by the administration of Joe Biden and Vladimir Putin to reduce the degree of mutual confrontation, agree the rules of competition and interaction against the background of the fact that the West considers China to be a cage threat for itself. Understanding then the ability of Western countries to compete with Russia and the Russian Federation at the same time are limited. This is the attempt by the West to take the Russian Federation out of game on the side of China in exchange for guarantees of non-aggression and the inviolability of the political regime, tactical concessions of all political and economical nature. The format of these negotiations was also interesting. About 15 issues of interaction were raised in turn, and the position of the parties were announced. And if they did not consent absolutely, the issue was dropped and the parties moved on. If the prospects or critical importance of this solution was noted, a negotiation platform was created and instructions were given to the team members. Where opinions considered, we agreed. Key agreements of this meeting. The first one, rejection of the war of destruction, strategies aimed at an internal destabilization of the United States and the Russian Federation. Building relations on the principles of resist, compete, cooperate. Refusal from the strategy of changing the political regime. Definitions of new rules of the Cold War and competition. Areas of critical node interference. 16 sectors which include chemical industry, commercial enterprises, dams, defense industry, energy industry, healthcare, agriculture, informational technology, transportal system, etc. An attack on which is not allowed. Launch the negotiation platform. The first one, global dialogue, a comprehensive bilateral dialogue on strategical stability. The second one, dialogue on cybersecurity. The third one, maybe, dialogue on Ukraine. Maybe we will see in the future new format of Nuland and Cossack. An agreement to hold a follow-up revision meeting in 6 months. Formally, these preliminary agreements were packed into a decision of the return of ambassadors, which has already been implemented. For Russian Federation, this meeting also became an instrument of political satisfaction. After the statements that Putin is a killer, the very fact of this meeting is recognized by Putin himself as a partner in dialogue and the status of the global state for the Russian Federation, with which they discussed not only issues of interstate relationship, but also a global problem, disarmament, cybersecurity, Middle East, Afghanistan, Ukraine, and so on. Both the United States and Russia are unconditionally using the latest summit to strengthen their negotiation position with China and the European Union. Thank you for watching. See you next time.